you grow a lot during voluntary work. That's my only suggestion. Jump out of your comfort zone and try help people in some way doing voluntary work. That's
Hi everyone, it's Gianpaolo here, and I work for Rethinking Climate, which is an association involved in the fight against climate crisis, climate change, and more specifically in how this topic is discussed and talked about. Today we have here Francesca Giacometti for a very interesting interview. So Francesca carries out civil service for Mani Tese, which is a non-governmental organization which deals with the fight against injustice and disparities between global south and global north. Hi, Francesca, it's a pleasure to have you here today.
Hi everyone.
And can you tell us a little bit more about yourself, about the work you do for Mani Tese?
Yeah, sure. It is a pleasure also for me to be here and to have the occasion to speak about Mani Tese and my experience. I'm carrying out my civil service at Mani Tese and especially at the advocacy department. And about myself, I come from a geographical background. I studied geography at university. And right now, this experience is helping me to decide where to go for my master's degree. So I hope to learn a lot from this.
For now, can you tell us what makes Mani Tese different from other organizations?
I think that Mani Tese's specific feature, it's territoriality. So it is an NGO based in Milan, but it has many other local entities, let's say, working on the Italian territory, for example, and also abroad, because the NGO carries out international cooperation activities, especially in Africa, Central America, and Asia. So I really like this duality, so international and very local at the same time. In geography, there's this term as glocal, so global and local at the same time. And I think that is the main feature and the plus that Mani Tese has among its, let's say, its good things.
I think that you are saying something very interesting about the duality between the main at the quarter, let's say so, and the other realities spread all across the countries of the global south, because I think that it helps you to get that first-hand experience, contributing to inform your discussions, your initiatives. Can you tell us about one or two initiatives that you think are very meaningful in the past or that you are currently carrying out? In addition, some ambitions and aims, goals that you have for your future as an organization?
The projects are many, and the issues that Mani Tese wants to address are a lot. but mainly the organization focuses on 4 pillars, let's say. So food, education, rights, so justice, and the environment. International cooperation is one of the main activities for Mani Tese, and these 4 pillars are declined into the international corporations projects and activities. For example, in Guinea-Bissau, there's this project for the protection of victims of gender-based violence, or in Burkina Faso, there's this other project. There will be this other project focused on food and food systems. What I feel I'm most involved in are 2 other projects. One is a campaign, so it is called Impresa 2030, diamoci una regolata, so business 2030, let's regulate ourselves, literally. And it wants to raise awareness and to advocate for European directive for business and human rights that regulates also the environmental and human rights violations perpetrated by businesses and all over the world and all along the supply chains. And for example, this for me has been the first time following a campaign this close. I've always supported different causes, but this time it's different because I'm on the other side of the campaign and seeing how it works and the connections and all the work that you have to do is really interesting. And in this context, the 9th of December, we had a public event in Rome with some representative of the Economic Development Ministry, and we talked about our campaign, and we tried to find a way to act towards this directive, and trying to influence our representatives in the European Commission and European Parliament. The second one is the Food Wave project that I think that Rethinking Climate knows quite well what it is. And I actually got to know Rethinking Climate and during an activist school this summer. So I'm very proud to say that I support you guys. I really like what you're doing, and that's why also I'm so excited and happy to have this conversation with Gianpaolo. Food Wave project is a very long project focused and based in Milan, and but it involves 17 other cities all over Europe and Sao Paulo in Brazil. The main focus, as the name suggests, is of course food and food systems, sustainable food systems, with climate change in the background. So trying to understand how our food choices and also other choices impact on the natural environment and how they affect climate change, for example. One of the many activities that have been carried out by the project is this activist school that I took part in, but there are also as you should very well know, street actions and other engaging activities for youth in urban environments.
Thank you for the fleshed out insights, and thank you for the kind words to Rethinking Climate. We all hope to have a future collaborations with you and with Mani Tese, so the feeling is fully reciprocal. And now shifting away just for the last few minutes, shifting away from the general and overall framework of the organization and what is pushing you in doing this kind of in carrying out this kind of initiative of activities. So if you can please give us some details about the personal aspect of this kind of job.
Well, from a personal point of view, I have to say that I got to know Mani Tese during my uni years, and I basically fell in love with them. I was interested in the relationship between human and environmental worlds, let's say, and the theme of justice is what let me express myself through the activities of Mani Tese. The environmental injustice I studied during my uni years helped me to better understand what they do, what Mani Tese does. And as a hope for my future, I have to say that I really hope to keep collaborating with them in some ways, whether it's voluntary work or other kind of work. But I have to say that this experience helped me a lot to refocus my priorities, and I hope that with this experience I gained, I can sort out a bit better my future studies, first of all, and then my future career. And I discovered that the third sector, so the NGO world and all of that, really suits me, I can say that. And so it's also some personal discovery journey, let's say.
Thanks a lot. And just for the final question, which can help people who are listening to us, what's the suggestion, the recommendation that you would feel up to give someone who has the ambition to embark on this kind of career?
My suggestion would be do a lot of voluntary work. That helps you understand what an NGO, an association does, and to get to know better the people. And when you know the people and the activities, it will be much easier for you to, as it happened to me, to understand what you really want to do. And once you've known the people and the activities, it is easier maybe to get further involved in said association, organization, or whatever that will be. Plus, voluntary work is usually very fun, and I can say that for Mani Tese, there are, for example, summer camps in which you go and destroy or save some objects that otherwise would be thrown away by people. So you repurpose them, for example, or you get to sort out the various materials. That's what I feel to say.
Thanks a lot. And these are very simple insights, but at the same time, they are very profound. So I think that people who are listening to us will find it very, very helpful. Thank you for your time, for watching, listening to us. Thank you, Francesca, once again for being here.
Thank you, Gianpaolo, and thanks to Rethinking Climate for the opportunity.